Good morning. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's pre-opening gain comment for August 12th, Tuesday. Well, here we go. USDA today in about well, 4 hours, give or take. Uh, Crop conditions yesterday came out kind of as expected. I think the numbers here, I'll run them down to you real quick. Crop conditions each dropped 1% this week. Cotton dropped 2%. Spring wheat harvest moving faster than average. Winter wheat harvest is nearly complete. So corn, 72% good to excellent. That's what the trade was guessing. We were 73% a week ago, 67% a year ago. 58% stowing. That's 42% from last week. 58 this time last year. So we're right on average, 58% average. 14% dented. That was versus 6% last week, 16% last year, and on average of 13%. Soybeans, 68% good to excellent. That's what the trade was guessing. We were 69% good to excellent last week, 68% last year. So all in all, no surprises. And sadly, we did not get any follow through in the bean complex. We were down a dime overnight. Actually, new crop soybeans back below $10, traded 9.97 and three quarters. As I'm speaking to you right now, we're down a dime at 10.01 and a quarter. If you are a client or a subscriber, I did send out hedges yesterday, pre-report hedges. Take a look at those. I did make a cash sale suggestion yesterday for soybeans. Take a look at those. It's a big part of what I do with my program. Currently, spot corn down 2 3/4 cents at 3.82 and a quarter. New crops corn down 2.5 cents at 4.05 and a quarter. Again, is $4 going to be the fighting ground probably today? What's the big thing we're going to be looking at? Carry out and yield. If the yield for corn is north or south, probably 185. That should probably reprice us. So that's the risk heading in today. December wheat, Chicago down 4.25 cents at 531. KCD's wheat down 3.25 cents at 534. Minneapolis still under $6 at D's at 595. So everything hinges today on the USDA. No more comments, no more tweets impacting the soybean market. We'll see if that progresses through the rest of the week. Today is only Tuesday. And looking ahead to the livestock, interesting. It feels like we're trying to make a top, but it's felt like we're trying to make a top for 6 months. We've seen this before, where we have this whipsaw move. Um, I would say for October fats, that 226 level, every day we stay under 230 is bad for bulls. That's a very simple pivot that I would watch if I'm a speculator, or if I'm long cattle, or I'm worried about cattle, correcting further. Watch 230 in October. 230 is probably the good pivot to look at. September feeders finished a higher yesterday after, they really came after early in the day. We did make a low, but then rallied back. I would say the pivot for September feeders would have to be 341. You go back to July 30th, July 31st, August 5th, yesterday. So for many days here, for about really since the beginning of end of July, beginning of August, this 340 level is key. So it gives you a simple area to make a decision. Trading, hedging, what have you, it's about making a decision. You need a simple point to make a decision. You can get so overwhelmed with information and stochastics and overbought and this moving average and that moving average and what was the volume and this, that. I like to try and say, okay, everybody's got to make a decision. If I'm a producer, I want to make sure that I'm not holding cattle a month from now and we're back below, $3, something crazy like that. So instead of trying to call the top, I would defend this revenue, defend. We've seen lately that these markets can be extremely volatile. We have the biggest one-day down move. Now with these expanded limits, they can really get after it. So hedge what you can. I would watch 340, and then October lean hogs. kind of as cattle go, so do the hogs go. I would watch very, very carefully at 92 cent level in October lean hogs. Again, compared to where we were back in March, April we are down at 72. Last time I checked, 92 was better than 72. That's what we're here to do. We're here to protect that revenue. 20 cents on one contract, and that's 8 grand. Make sure that that's what we're doing here, as opposed to trying to day trade this stuff. So if you're looking for help, give me a call. Chris Robinson, 312-638-8868. We'll be back later on today. We'll see what the USDA has in store for us. Hopefully, it's something good. I'm a glass half full person. I don't expect um, a shocking bit of news, but you never know. That's why we hedge. Take care.